nursing board investigators and the process related to the contact that they are making with you and the information that they are trying to get from you is very, very, very important for you to understand. We do not have anything against nursing board investigators. They are a necessary part of the process, and they help the board to achieve the board's goal of protecting the public. And that is what they work to do every single day. And they investigate complaints, and they talk to people, and they gather information, and they provide that information to the board attorneys and to the other players from the board that are involved in the process. After a complaint is made, generally you will be contacted by an investigator shortly after that. The purpose of the contact by the investigator is very straightforward. That is to gain information from you and to gather information so that they can present that information to the board, and the board can use that information to further assess the situation, the complaint made against you, and the board can make the decision as to whether to file charges against you. Board investigators, and it's not just the Board of Nursing, it's all professional boards. They are generally going to work to befriend you and are not going to be antagonistic or adversarial to you in the process. In other words, if a board investigator contacted you and said, "We are going to take your license. You are never going to practice nursing again in this state. What you did was wrong and it is bad, and we are going to do everything we can to make sure that you never work another day as a nurse in your life." Think about that if an investigator contacted you and made that statement. What are you going to do? You're going to immediately pull back. You're going to clam up and not talk to them. And you are going to start in your mind thinking, I need to do something about this. I need to get a lawyer. This is not right. You know, there's information that you're going to need to gather in order to combat the statement that the investigator has made. On the flip side of that, think about it if an investigator contacted you and said, "My name is investigator so-and-so with the Alabama Board of Nursing, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about, there's been a complaint made against your license, and I just want to see about maybe meeting with you or talking to you over the phone. There's no charges that have been filed against you. We're just investigating it. There's a complaint made. Every time there's a complaint made, I'm required to go out and talk to the nurse and to talk to the people involved. So I just want to sit down and chat with you and see what your thoughts are on the complaint and just gather information about it." You can see how the second scenario would work in the board investigator's favor to gather more information from you. They are gathering information not to try to help exonerate you or to try to prevent charges from being filed against you. They are working to gather information and develop facts to see if the facts that are out there support the complaint that was made. Generally, when a complaint is made, the written complaint will be provided, and especially when an employer files the complaint that is filed will have additional documentation and will have witnesses listed that the board investigator can also go talk to, and there's quite a bit of information that is filed. So the investigator already has quite a bit of information from the person who made the complaint, whether it's a nursing supervisor, another nurse, consumer, whatever it might be. They're also going to go out and talk to other witnesses as well to try to develop the facts of the case and determine what actually happened. Where a lot of people get mixed up here is ultimately you will have to talk to the board and you will have to provide information to them. This is not a criminal case. You cannot invoke your right to remain silent. You have a professional license, which is a privilege to have. You cannot simply say, I am not going to talk to the board and expect to keep your license. That is not going to happen. You ultimately have to provide them with information, or they will set a hearing date and issue you a notice and the charges and request that you be there. And if you're not there and you don't show up, they will proceed without you. So we are not trying to indicate here that you should never talk to the board or through their investigator or the people that help the board in the achievement of its goals and duties. What we are saying is you need to have competent legal counsel that handles these type matters to discuss with the board and the board attorneys and the people involved in the process to discuss the facts with them so that the information that is provided to them is provided in a way that is beneficial to you, and not a situation where you are simply sitting down, not knowing what you are saying, and not knowing that what you say and do will be used against you through the process. It's important that you understand that you need a lawyer going through this process, and that you have a right to a lawyer, and that the board will fully allow you to exercise that right. It's also important for you to understand that you need to hire a lawyer on the front end of your case, and not after you've made statements, after you've gone to meet with the board, after you've gone to meet with the nurse managers, the legal case managers. It's important that you hire a lawyer on the front end, and that is a message that we hope that you get from the information that we provided, and we want to talk to you and we want to help you through the process. My name is Joseph Kreps. I'm an Alabama Board of Nursing defense attorney. I represent nurses before the Alabama Board of Nursing who have been charged or are being investigated for possible violations against their nursing license. We have handled many cases before the Alabama Board of Nursing and have many cases pending currently. You can reach us to begin the conversation at 866-348-2889. You can also visit our website, Alabama Nursing Board DefenseAttorney.com. Do not wait. Do not wait until you've made statements, until you've gone to meet at the board, until you have worked the file up yourself, probably in a way that is not consistent with the best way. It's important that you at least call and talk to us so that we can get information from you about your case, and so that you can understand the process and the next steps that you need to take in order to get the best result possible on your Alabama Board of Nursing matter. Thank you very much.